the AFC East, where it's the first time in about 20 years that Tom Brady is not there to terrorize the rest of the division. We got the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. How do you see this division going, David?
This one is kind of a toss-up because there's one big variable in this division, and it's the Patriots. I cannot tell you how I honestly do not have a clue how this team's going to do this year. They could be really good or they could just be bad. I mean, Cam Newton's going to be kind of the X factor on that team. I got to say that Buffalo's going to win it. Last year, really solid team. Could you say they got better this year adding Stephon Diggs on that offense? Josh Allen just seems to become more of an accurate passer. But I got them at the 1 and winning that division. Patriots, oh, man, this is tough because I got to put them at 2. But I could see them winning the division. But like I said, Cam, we got to see Cam because Cam has not been the same since that Super Bowl run in 2015. He did decent in 2017, did lead the Panthers to the playoffs, but his arm just looks shot. Just doesn't look the same. But we've never seen him in a Bill Belichick, led offense and everything. But I'll go with them at the 2. I'd go maybe the Dolphins at the 3 because, Dolphins, good young team developing. I do think that Tua will eventually play this year. But I could see the Dolphins maybe winning 5 games or so, maybe even more. They could maybe surprise. And I put the Jets at that 4th spot because this is going to be Adam Gase's last year in New York.
Oh yeah. I got actually looking the same. I got the Jets in last place. Sam Darnold he's all right, but he's not going to go pretty far. And outside of that, it's a very poorly run organization starting from the top down. With their owner, I'm not going to get too much into that, but Adam Gase is his last year. He's still riding the coattails of coaching Peyton Manning, and who knows how much of that was actually even him. They're just one of the most dysfunctional teams right up there with the Jaguars. And Washington's the most dysfunctional. We're not going to go too far into that either. But the Dolphins, I see them improving in third place. They're still not going to make the playoffs or anything, but they're going to steadily improve. They have the players. They have the coaching. I do believe in Brian Flores. I, too, think that Tua, he's not going to start the season, but he will get in there around like week 10, week 12-ish and make his mark on the season. Have a solid defense. I can see them winning like 5 or 6 games. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, for a team that was supposed to go 0-16 last year to actually 5-6 games this year, maybe 7. I'm not going to go that far, but I think they can surprise a few teams this year. And then I also got the Patriots 2nd place. I don't know what they're going to look like, but I believe in Bill Belichick enough to, even though he has the most opt-outs out of every single team, I still believe in him enough to get 2nd place in this division. I don't know if it's going to be an 8-8 2nd place or something maybe even lower, but I trust him more than I would trust any other coach in the league. If it wasn't a Bill Belichick coach team, this probably would be lower, but I trust Bill Belichick too much to do that to him. And I don't want to be on the wrong end of that spectrum either. And Sean McDermott and the Bills, they have a winning formula. Josh Allen does need to improve, but they have all the pieces there to win the division. I can easily see them winning 10 to 12 games this year. Their defense is going to dominate, and their offense, as long as Josh Allen keeps making his improvements, is going to be not one of the top offenses in the league, but one of the more dangerous ones where they will beat you with ground and pound as well as the arm sometimes. All right. Almost like a kind of lower version of the Ravens, where they can kind of wear you down and they can beat you up that way. But I don't think they're on the Ravens level yet. And to me, the AFC is the Chiefs and Ravens, and then the Chiefs are in their own tier. Then the Ravens are the next closest tier. Then below them is the Bills, and then we get into the weirder teams. But that's how I see that. Yeah, that's how I see that division shaking out. Bills winning it, Patriots getting 2nd. I do think the Patriots are going to miss the playoffs, though. I only have the Bills making the playoffs out of that division.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's hard to bet against Bill Belichick because every time we do it, every time we thought that dynasty was over, they would just get revived again. But we'll see if that could happen this time without Brady. And, a lot depends on the arm of Cam. No one really knows the status of that, especially, in a game situation. He did miss, all of last year almost?
Majority.
Yeah, almost all last year. And when he did play, he was just not
He
good.
was not the same Cam.
Not good at all. And it's hard to – I'll agree with you that I do think the Bills are the only team from that division. Maybe the Patriots could surprise us, win the division, wild card spot, but at the moment, I'm not going with that.